Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we took on the second gym leader of the game, Brawly, and we came out on top with no deaths, which is awesome. Hopefully it stays that way. But the early part of this game is considerably easy, so it's expected. And in this episode, we're going to be delivering that letter to Steven Stone, finally, and taking the boat to Slateport City. So, let's get going. I wanted to say something real quick. I got my first piece of fan art before recording this episode, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to that person, and the link to her DeviantArt is in the description, and I'll put a photo of it on screen because it's really cool. She does some cool work. She's done some stuff for Maryland, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate it. It's really cool. And if any of you guys wanted to make fan art for the Pokemon in the series, you feel free, and I suppose I'll put it at the end of a death if they happen to die, like Maryland does. I wasn't planning on doing that because I didn't think I'd get any fan art, but since I did, I suppose I will do that with anything I get. So anyways, at the end of this cave, now that we have access to it, there's this shady looking silver-haired guy. He looks kind of like that president of that place we just got the letter from. He looks just like him. Maybe they're related. So in the ancient world, their primal forms once held this much power. The super ancient Pokemon, what terrible strength. But this appearance here, it seems somehow different from Mega Evolution. It seems my questions will not be answered today. Oh, you are? Okay. Ah, I see. It's a pleasure, Chroma. My apologies. My name is Steven. So it is that guy. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Today my journey brought me here. But what about you? Oh, a letter for me? We finally deliver the letter to Steven. It must have been some trouble to track me down. I suppose I must repay you in some way. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. Please accept it. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. And we get TM 51 for Steel Wing, which I don't think it's going to be useful anytime soon, but it might become useful one day. If you don't mind me asking, do you feel anything in particular when you look up at this wall? A primal world lost thousands of years in the past. A legendary Pokemon of tremendous power became humanity's greatest threat. The terror aroused by that power is clear to see in this ancient artwork. Yes, but not all power is terrible. Your Pokemon are clearly quite capable as well. Looking at you all together, I think that you have what it takes to become the Pokemon League champion, as long as you keep training, that is. Good luck to you. I must be going now. So is there a little foreshadowing there? Anyways, we did get TM 51 Steel Wings. Let's check it out. I didn't think anybody could learn it, but Crocus might be able to when she evolves, so that might be an option there. And as he was saying, our Pokemon will have what it takes to take on the Pokemon League one day. Yeah, if they don't die. Anyways, he was saying Steel Wing is his favorite move. And I was just thinking, what is my favorite move? I have a couple of them, actually. But it makes me want to ask you guys what your favorite attack is, if you have one. But my two favorite attacks, they're tied, would probably be Leaf Blade and Signal Beam. I just like the Signal Beam animation. Not that I ever turn them on anyways, but... and Leaf Blade animation as well. When I was younger, I used to love seeing Grovyle when I start with Trico use Leaf Blade. It was so cool. So that's probably why it's my favorite attack. So now that we delivered that letter, finally, we can now ask ourselves, now what do we do? Because there's no anything telling us what to do, like it's that hard to figure out. So we head back to the old man, go home, right? And he says, we delivered the letter. We can now go to Slateport. But I do believe if you go back and tell the president that you delivered the letter, he will give you something. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll cut ahead to that. all the way back to the president's room. If we talk to him, disregard everything I just did. He gives you nothing. I'm thinking of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So as you might have seen in the last clip, I completely goofed and thought the president of the Devon Corporation gave you something after you delivered the letter. That's only in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. He gives you the experience share. And I know we already got that, but I assumed he gave us something like a moonstone. I don't know, just something, not complete nothing. But finally we're going to set sail for Slateport and just completely forget about that little goof. It only took you guys a couple of seconds to see, and it took me a couple of minutes to walk all the way there and walk all the way back. Anyways, now we delivered the letter. We have another mission. That's to deliver these Devon parts to this guy in Slateport.
And no, the suitcase isn't filled with chopped up pieces of Maryland. Chopped up pieces of Maryland.
That's a joke I wish I didn't make. Anyways, because Maryland's name is Devon, yeah. And this little girl gives us the soft sand, which is good for ground type attacks, which we don't have any yet. But one of our Pokemon will soon, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to skip all these trainers real quick and just go straight to Slateport, because there's something that I forgot to do. Well, it's not something I forgot to do, just something in general that I kind of made a little mistake. And the mistake is with the Whismur that I caught. Now I'm going to go over a little story here. I'm actually going to break the rules. Oh no, the world's ending. See this Whismur I caught? I named her Iris, and I said it was a familiar nickname. The reason that nickname's familiar is the one I used in my previous Omega Ruby Wedlocke a long time ago. Her name was Iris. It was a Greek gods and goddesses naming theme, and that's why it sounded familiar. So actually, I'm going to deposit Sequoia here for a second. I want to change her name. I normally never do this, and I like the name Iris. It's great. But, and it is a flower, but there's another flower that fits this Pokemon so well, and now that we can go to the Name Raider's house, it's exactly what I'm going to do. There's a flower called Aster, and if you know anything about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, there is a character with a Whismur named Aster. It's mind-blowing, it's great, it's like a genius nickname, and it would be a crime not to name this Whismur Aster. So that's exactly what we're going to do. It's a reference to that, it's a flower, it fits so well. I saw that in my list, and I was like, holy crap, that's Zinnia's Whismur's name, I think. So, yeah, that's where the Name Raider's at. I just wanted to cut ahead and do that really quick and explain why Iris sounded so familiar. I didn't remember her name because it's been a couple of years, actually since the games first came out, and because she died very quick. So now we have Aster the Whismur instead. And another thing I wanted to point out is in the contest hall up ahead, I can get a cosplay Pikachu. And I have in my rules listed that I can use that. However, I was looking on Bulbapedia, and it turns out you cannot trade that Pikachu, and it cannot ever evolve. Now, there's no problem with that because it does get benefits from the Light Ball. However, when I play through Pokemon, my final team means a lot to me, and I always transfer them to my games. And I have everything over the past 6 years I've ever used on a team in one file, and I would hate to not be able to transfer a final teammate should the Pikachu make it to the end. So I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to allow it, I completely forbid it, which is basically, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. So there's a lot of trainers over here to fight on Route 109, and I can get an encounter, but I'm going to wait until I can surf. There's nothing really I can get with the Old Rod, except a Tentacool. So this guy is a Machop, and I don't want to fight him with Perch. I'm going to fight him with... I don't think. I want to give Crocus a little bit of screen time. I don't think Machop can get Rock Tomb. Does he have a Machop or does he have a Wingull? That's what I'm trying to think of. If he has both, that'd be bad, because they're both weak to flying. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it safe and lead with Olive. Like, Olive's also weak to flying, but it's not that bad. So, yeah, let's fight him. I've laid anchor in ports around the world, but Slateport's the best. Okay. Alright, Sailor Huey. Yeah, all he has is Machop. That's alright. I could have fought him with Crocus, but Olive would do just fine. So, level 15. That's not so bad. I was expecting higher for some reason. I'm so used to X and Y's levels being ridiculous when you play with a level limit. Like, level 28 Mean Foo when your whole team's level 24 or something. Like, it catches you off guard. But this guy's no problem. So yeah, we're going to have something happen for the first time in a while. It's been a good amount of time since we've had this, but I'm going to lead with Birch and fight the next guys. So there's a lot of trainer battles here. And if you've ever played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald at all, and you've fought these trainers, you'll know why Birch... Well, I don't have to lead with Birch, but these guys, these little sailor boys, they think they're so cool with their little inner tubes. But they're sketchy. Look at him. Look how happy Tuber Ricky looks. He has a Zigzagoon. And this Zigzagoon is no ordinary Zigzagoon. It has a move much more powerful than Birch has at this moment. And I'm glad he's still a Mudkip, because he'd be... Yeah, you'll see. Never mind. It goes for Baby Doll Eyes. These Zigzagoon have the move Surf, which is crazy at this point. It's like 90 power. It's strong, even on a Zigzagoon. So I didn't want to lead with Crocus or anything like that. That'd be pretty bad. I realize how underleveled I seem because of that level limit. And I didn't even train up to it, so it looks like Birch is so weak. I still have a Mudkip. I already beat Brawly. Oh, I made the little boy sad. Alright. And there's another one. I didn't even get to use Surf. What's this guy say? Our sandcastle's taking a long time to make. Well, I'm sure. I don't see you building. You're just standing here. What's she say? She wants me to be her servant. Little girls have pretty big dreams there. Ask what I assume to be a 10-year-old boy to be my servant. Oh, she's got an Azurill. That's pretty cool. Now a fairy type. Fairy normal type. Yeah, a lot of people... I've seen a lot of people when I was younger think Azurill is a water type. And I myself included when I was younger. But it's not. Although it has a stronger attack than I do. Water gun wise. Well, water type wise. Yeah, these battles are going to take a while. Using Birch until he levels up one more time. Which actually should be after this Azurill, which is going to be super cool. It's actually going to be the third time we've had this, I think. Yeah, but Birch grew to level 16, which anybody that's played these games before should know. All of the starters evolve after level 16. So Birch is the third evolution of the series. And Birch evolved into Marshtomp, and actually the fourth evolution of the series. And wants to learn Mud Shot, which is awesome, because it's a ground type attack. It's special, but you know what? I'm not going to use Growl. So Mud Shot's cool, and I'm going to give Birch the Soft Sand, which will raise the power of ground type attacks, which is pretty sweet. That little girl just gave us. So technically, she already paid us to be her servant, but we're just going to ignore her and never take command. So yeah, Birch now is holding the Soft Sand. So I'm going to lead with Birch for the next fight. No, I'm not. Sure, it'd be cool to use him now that he's evolved, but I think we need to give Crocus a chance. Crocus is, yeah, lower leveled, but she can always switch into Sequoia and be alright. So there's a lot more trainers around here, I thought. but I don't see anybody. I know I can go into this place, which would be great because I'll be able to buy soda pop. But oh, what's over here? PP up, which is pretty sweet. PowerPoint up for the childish people out there. And yeah, let's talk to her. Yo, trainer, what's up with these little kids saying yo? Whether you hot to trot or cool cat not, chill at my papa's spot. Oh gosh. Children. Little kids can dart around so quickly. Don't take your eyes off them. You don't dare take your eyes off them for an instant. It's very taxing. Mine's with my Pokemon, so he should be okay. But if it's this one, I just killed it. So you better go help him out. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Oh, this guy, he's cool. Goon. I'll never do that one again. Right, the water around these parts is clean, but my Zigzagoon still picks up litter from the shorelines at times. Dirty waters become rain and joins at our rivers, which we drink from. If we pollute the sea, it all comes back to haunt us eventually. Okay. And you can see Zigzagoon for your Pokedex, which is pretty cool. And over here, one more guy to fight. This is the guy with the Wingull. The one I was trying to avoid fighting with Crocus. And we fight him with Crocus anyway. This could be bad. I don't really remember what Wingull has. No, they're both weak to flying. And Crocus has a decent amount of defense. So I'm just going to stay in here. Go for Cut. What's cool is Crocus has the ability Compound Eyes, which makes moves more accurate, which means I don't think Cut can miss. I think Cut has a 100% accuracy now. Oh. Okay, that didn't do very much at all, but that did catch me off guard. I thought it'd have Peck or something, but Wing Attack. At this point...
Oh, Water Gun's the same thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was really close.
Man, that was close. See, 138 experience did like nothing. That's so bad. You know, I don't think Machop has a rock type attack at this point. And even... that's tough. Yeah, I am gonna switch. I just want Crocus to get some experience, because that one Wingull barely did anything. Crocus levels up so slow. It's terrible. Focus energy. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I don't want to say this right now, but Sequoia is actually probably one of my favorite teammates. Like, I'm loving Olive and Heather, like everybody in general, but Sequoia, I just can't wait to see what he becomes. Like, he's got so much potential. I love Hariyama as a Pokemon. So I'm just really excited to use Sequoia, and I would hate something to happen early on. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're good. I didn't want to fight the Wingull trainer with these two, but we did anyway. And it's alright. It was very close. Crocus almost bit the dust there. So I'm going to go heal real quick. Alright. We went and healed. And the only thing left to take out on this route is what'd the little girl call it? Her papa's spot. Yeah, the seashore house. So there's a lot of battles in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't want to fight him with Crocus. Actually, he has an... yeah, we're not gonna... yeah, we're not gonna fight her with them. Let's fight, yeah, let's let Heather have some action. Heather hasn't fought yet. And let's give Crocus an Oranberry again, just in case it comes to it. Not a Pecha Berry, an Oranberry. And I'll give Olive an Oranberry as well, because she doesn't have hers anymore. He doesn't have hers anymore. And yeah, Heather can take down an Azurill. Now, I don't technically have to fight these guys. They're not required trainers, but my rule states that I have to fight everybody, and why not? It's fun. The battles are fun, and, you know, there's always that extra added chance of death. Like, if somebody dies in here, and if I never came in here, nobody would have died, which makes the game more challenging. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about is In Maryland's episode earlier today, he was talking about gift clause and why he doesn't normally play with it, and why some people get mad when you play with gift clause. And I am currently playing with that rule. And me personally, I'm the type of person that if I can use something that's different and more unique than, let's say, something powerful like Lucario that you get on X and Y, for example, that's basically... So say you're counting that for gift clause. That does make the game easier if you use that, because it's a strong Pokemon right out of the gate. But if it's something for me, like, I'm the type of person that if I had the choice between the Latios that I get, or the Latios in this case, or the cast form you get at the Weather Institute, I'd take the cast form any day, because it's different and it'd be more fun to try and use to its full potential. Which I've always been like that. If there's something that I've never used before, I try to, because I like to use variety. Like, I wanted to use a Skitty. You know, who wants to use a Skitty? Nobody. Right, this girl has a Goldeen, so that's why I led with Buttercup. I think she has a Goldeen. Yeah, I hope it's not a higher level than me. I don't think it gets Horn Drill at this point anyway. Actually, I know it doesn't. There's no way, but... Every time I see a Goldeen, I think of Caesar Salad. Caesar from Maryland's Platinum Nuzlocke. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I kind of did. But yeah, Buttercup's really strong. Look at that. Almost knocked out one hit. Horn attack, alright. Ooh. Yeah, I tend to exaggerate in these challenges. Like, for example, like that Goldeen right there, that Horn attack, it scared me even though there really was no reason for it to. I get on the edge of my seat quite a bit for these, which is kind of funny to listen to, I suppose. Alright, this guy. Sailors tend to have, well, a Chop and a Wingull, so we're going to fight him with Heather and Olive. That'll do it. If he has him a Chop, I'll just switch out. Yeah, I gotta talk to him. If you're on the lookout for a battle at the Seashore House, you'll find no hotter trainer than me, matey. Okay. That would apply more if I was a female trainer, but Sailor Dwayne, and he has a Tentacool. That's pretty cool, dude. Okay. Yeah, Heather can deal with this, no problem. See, I'm still trying to utilize... Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say, I'm still trying to utilize Truant to my best ability. Like, I was going to stay in... Yeah, alright, so now I'll stay in. And since I'm affected by Truant, I'll switch. It'll probably use something like Low Sweep. And it won't do very much to Olive. So Olive and Heather are a pretty good tag team when they're up against a fighting type. Olive's doing pretty good right now, but later on in the game, she won't be that great. I say that, and I remember Beautifly and Dustox not being that great of Pokemon. But I don't really remember my Omega Ruby Wedlocke I did the first time around. I do remember it. It's just been a long time, and I don't remember how good Dustox was. Like I said, I used it the entire game, and it actually beat the Groudon. I don't remember how that happened, but it was close. She almost died to it, but she was the one that finished it. Because at the time the games had first come out, I didn't know Primal Groudon evaporated water. And I used Surf on it, and it knocked my Swampert down to like 3 HP or something. It was ridiculous. Alright, there's one more trainer in here, and then we're done with this place. And I'll lead with Heather. I don't remember what this guy has. Oh, there's two people. These guys probably have like Gulpin. I love the Delinquents music. That was cool. Alright, she's probably has a Gulpin, right? Sable. Ugh. That's actually kind of scary. If it has Nightshade, that could be bad quick. I don't know what it can do to me. You know what? I'm going to use Yawn. And it's... Okay, that's annoying. I haven't used a Sableye for so long, I can't think of what they do. Yeah, let's go with... You know what, it can do less to me if I stay out with Heather, so... I'm going to try and encore it into Detect. So if I'm faster, then it'll waste a turn, but it won't be able to protect. Yeah, that's good. Actually, Encore's not going to work now. You know, Detect only has 5 PP. I'm just going to let it stall it out. Fury swipes, okay. The only thing I can do is feint attack, so let's try that. See how much that'll do. That didn't do very much. Fury swipes isn't really doing that much either. Yeah, I'll have to switch. I'll just use Gust. The thing is, if it has ghost type attacks like Nightshade or something, they'll be able to hit Olive. But I don't think I'm in danger. I don't think. Alright, yeah, it went for Detect, which is cool. Alright, Detect is going to be really annoying. It's got to have Nightshade. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not doing very much damage. Astonish. Okay, that's not worrisome at all. I'm not going to drop below 15 health just in case it knows Nightshade. That would be bad. Yeah. Astonish is like the least worrisome thing this thing could have. Makes me wonder what that other guy has. Maybe he has them all while. That'd be kind of scary, to be honest. I don't really have anything for that. The Sableye is just the prime example of what annoying is. And it wasted my berry, you jerk. If he heals. If she heals, I'm so... Alright, thank you. The Sableye probably gives a lot of experience, though. 427. Yeah, it does. Alright, level 17 for Olive and Moonlight. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of String Shot. Now, I can heal in battle, but only 3 times. Moonlight might become useful at some point. And Heather get a level 16, which is pretty sweet. 2 more levels and Heather becomes a beast. Like, monstrosity beast. Alright, this guy's the last guy in here. I'm worried he's got a fighting type or something. You know what? I'll let Buttercup and Birch take it on. I'm not using Sequoia and Crocus very much because I want to wait until I know that Crocus can handle it. Alright. Hey, what's the deal? Are you after my snow cone? He's got a Vanillite. That's cool. I wish. Vanillite's adorable. A Poochyena. Okay. I'm trying to think what else he could have. A Poochyena and what? Oh well, Buttercup's good enough to deal with that, so let's go for Razor Leaf, clearly. Knock it out 1 hit. Yeah, nice. So it's a critical hit, but got the job done anyways. And his final Pokemon, Carvanha. I remember this guy. Well, who better than Buttercup to take care of a Carvanha? Oh, speaking of Carvanha, there's a fight up ahead with 1 or 2 actually, but Buttercup handles those no problem at all. And you're level 16 as well, which is sweet. The level limit's 21. I know you can see that, but I did remember it this time. Torment. I'm not going to use Harden. Torment could be useful at some point. Something spamming something I don't like. Okay. That's it for everybody in here, which is awesome. And let's talk to the owner. And he'll give me a dozen. Wait, did I not fight everybody? Yeah, I did. Okay. And half a dozen. He's a cheapskate. It doesn't matter. I'm going to buy some. Yeah. You can only buy 1 at a time. Well, looks like that's all I'm buying. Alright, let's get out of here. So, I don't know how late this episode's running. Probably it's a little bit, but I think we still have enough time to explore Slateport City a little bit. So let's go ahead over here. Don't think there's anything but maybe an item. Not even that. It's this lighthouse thing. What do you have to say? The sea is just so vast. Yeah, alright. What about you? Yeah, that is a lighthouse. That's cool. And down here is one of my favorite parts of the city. The shopping area, the Slateport Market, which I always thought was really cool. And what can you buy here? Oh yeah, he'll give me some stuff once we get secret power, which is a ways away yet. And one of the first occurrences of this useless item, we got the Alakazite, which is the Mega Stone for Alakazam, which is pretty cool, but we're never going to be able to use it. This is my favorite shop. Look at the Meryl doll. It's the best. Oh, that's amazing. And here they sell the incense. Not that we need them. Whenever I visit here, I get carried away and buy too much stuff. That sounds like the typical woman at the mall. And this guy, yeah, he's the guy that gives you something when your effort values are maxed out. And he sells us useless energy herbs that lower your happiness, which I don't want. This guy sells TMs. This is the guy we want. Well, you know what? All of these are okay except Struggle Bug and maybe Confide. Thunderwave is the most useful one here, I think. Home Claws might be, but I don't want them right now. I'll remember it's here. I don't know what he does. Yeah, that's very... I said I loved this place, but it was very bland. But once I can buy dolls and stuff, believe me, I'm gonna make our secret base really, really cool. Once I can, anyways. And that's it for the market. That's pretty much it for the biggest part of the city. And right here is the Pokemon Fan Club. Let's go inside and check it out. Look at the Meryl. Meryl is adorable. Like, I always used to overlook it, but Maryland's made me realize how adorable it is. And this guy, do you know the Pokemon Furfrou? So she trims your Furfrou. I didn't know that. That's cool. And, okay, the interview people. No? Yeah. Alright, she wants us to answer... When I met Nuzleaf, what did I first feel? Alright, let's think about this. You know what? I felt... flowery. I don't even know. That'll work. I see. Okay, thanks for helping me out. Alright, I'll check that Buzznab thing maybe next episode if I remember. So yeah, this guy says if your Pokemon faint a lot, they become angry with you, so to speak. Well, they might really be angry because I'll get rid of them if they faint. Because they're dead. And she wants to see a friendly Pokemon. And she gives us the Soothe Bell, which is pretty cool. That'll be good for happiness evolutions, which we don't have one. But we might one day. And this girl. Alright, this guy's the leader of the fan club. The chairman. And does he give us anything? That's the whole reason we come in here. Alright, so he'll give you something if your Pokemon are, they like you a lot or whatever. This guy, what do you have to say? So he's basically saying this is the name raider. We've already been in there. I'll check out the contest hall next episode. This guy. Do I know about the Pokeblock kit? No, we don't get it here, apparently. Actually, I think you get it in the contest hall. But like I said, we'll check that out next episode. Alright, he's saying you can get a bike in the next city. Now check out the mart. Is there anything good here? What do you have to say about it? Well, that's kind of simple. Alright, let's talk to this guy and see what we can buy. The X items. Okay, I have no use for those. And I'm not going to really go down here because the only thing left to do in this city is to deliver the Devon parts. I hope I didn't take the Devon parts to a dark place earlier on, but I thought that might have been kind of a funny joke. Kind of sad, but... Alright, one house. Let's go in here. What do you have to say? Let's watch TV. Let's see. We haven't watched TV for a while. Welcome to Poke Quiz, where we quiz kids who love Pokemon but don't like language lessons on the Japanese names of Pokemon. Today's Pokemon is Turtwig. What's it called in Japanese? I have no idea. Okay, you three sleepy-looking kids over there. Is it Turtwig? Is it Tornay? Is it Tornado? Oh, sorry, the correct answer is natal. Ne means seedling in Japanese, and Turtwig has seedling growing out of its head. Did you learn something? Well, then we'll see you next week. Farewell. That's awesome. I didn't know the programs could actually teach you things. That's pretty cool. The only Japanese Pokemon name I can think of off the top of my head is Kurobato, which is Crobats. So, let's go into the Pokemon Center. What's this little girl have to say? Okay. What about you? I want to know the trick to battling. If you ask me, it's raising different kinds of Pokemon in a balanced way. It's no good just to make just one of your Pokemon strong. If you end up facing a type it's weak to, it might not stand a chance. Yeah. Alright, I healed up my Pokemon. So one more thing before I end off the episode. Next episode, we'll go over to the Pokemon Contest Hall and deliver those parts. But before we do that, I'm going to go to the route above here. Route 110. And we can get a Pokemon here. There's a couple different things you can get. You can get Electrike, which would be really cool. You can get Gulpin, which I would rather not. You can get Minun on Omega Ruby, which I would love a Minun. Plusle and Minun are adorable. And you can get Voltorb, Wingull, Zigzagoon. You can get Voltorb, but I can't because it's genderless. And what do you have to say? Which should I choose? Make a beeline from Mauville and Cycling Road or take the low road? You know what? We can't take the Cycling Road, so I'm probably going to get a Voltorb for my Dex Nav, but I'm still going to try. I'd like to avoid a Zigzagoon. Yeah, that's a Voltorb, I believe. I just barely heard it. Yeah, it's a Voltorb. When I first played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I saw that shine, and I thought that was actually a shiny Pokemon on the Dex Nav, but I soon found out it wasn't. Well, maybe it will be a shiny Voltorb. Which, if I ever run into a genderless shiny Pokemon, I flip a coin. So, maybe. Blue Voltorb is pretty nifty. No. That's fine. This is not my encounter because it's genderless. But that does make me think, I don't want to... Yeah, Buttercup's Eerie Impulse. I don't know what that does. Makes me electric type? I don't know. Okay, lowers my special attack. Yeah. I don't know a lot of what the newer moves do. Most of them. Alright, so my encounter for Route 110, please, anything but a Wingull or a Zigzagoon. I want something cool. Like, give me either a Minun or an Electrike. I'll be happy. So our encounter for Route 110 is going to be an Electrike. Awesome. And it's going to be what gender? Female. Okay. So we're going to... I'm not even going to attack it. I'm just going to throw a Great Ball and see if it sticks. Maybe? No. Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to weaken it. It's going to use Thunder Wave. That'd be nice if I had Thunder Wave right about now to weaken this thing. Oh, you can't paralyze electro types, can you? So much has changed in Generation 6, I don't remember, but I'm just going to switch to Birch, and we're going to try and use... I don't want to knock it out. Electrike would be so cool. Birch got big. It's the first time sending him out since... yeah, I'm just going to go for Tackle. I'm not going to knock it out. Am I? Please don't. Yes. Okay. And let's go for a Premier Ball. I've used Manectric a couple of times, but it's been a long time ago. And never on a Wedlocke or Nuzlocke. I like Manectric. It's cool. It's a standard, pretty strong electric type, so it'd be great to have on the team one day, should we need it. So I'm going to check my list real quick. Actually, after... Alright, so I'm going to check my list for a flower nickname for this Electrike, and I'll be right back. Alright, it didn't take long. Kind of a little tribute to Maryland's current ex-Wedlocke. It's an electric type of the Hoenn region. Not Johto, but I am going to name her Jasmine, which is also a flower. I saw that on the list, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool little tribute. I don't like to reuse nicknames, but I think it'd be kind of fitting with his ongoing series right now. So I'll name her Jasmine. Alright, here we are back in the Pokemon Center. Let's take a look at Jasmine real quick. And see what we've got going on here. Got an adamant nature. Oh boy. I believe that Manectric's a special attacker. Natures just aren't good for me, but yeah, that's cool. She's pretty cute. I'd love to use Electrike sometime. So we've got Jasmine there, should I need one. And the only male Pokemon we have is Cedar, so if a male Pokemon dies at this point, I'd be stuck with a Gyarados. So, you know, I'm not stuck with it. Gyarados is a great Pokemon, just I'd rather not. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, I'm sorry if it ran a little bit long. If you enjoyed the episode, a like would help out a great deal. It'd be much appreciated. And if you want to see more of the series and continue watching, feel free to subscribe. And anyways, I'll see you guys next time.